What's going on, everybody? Today we are talking about GTA 6. So, pre orders are open, and it's pretty wild looking at it now. I went through my physical GTA collection. This is not all of them, by the way, this is just some of them. And I was looking at this, the craziest part for me was like GTA Vice City. I played this when I was like 12, I think. Was it? No, I was 15. I got a PS5, PS2 in PS5, PS2 in like 2006, and that's where I played it for the first time. Yeah. So I was 15. Then there's like GTA 1 and GTA London on PC. I played that a few years ago. GTA 3, I still haven't finished this. San Andreas, I remember this game, excuse me, the most out of all of it because I actually worked an entire week when I was a teenager to buy that game. I worked 11 and a half hours, 7 days a week, and I got paid slightly more than what GTA San Andreas cost. And I used effectively my entire week's wages to buy it. Now, obviously, I was in high school at the time, and that was like 2007, so I was 16, sorry, not 17. Episodes from Liberty City. Fascinating story. I bought this and I never got to play it. I activated it way back in the day, but it was too much of a hassle dealing with Windows Live and all of that. And I never actually played it. But on console, I got it many years later and I went through it. Then there's something beautiful I want to show you, physical collection wise. You have GTA 3 double pack with GTA Vice City. It has these cool looking covers as well. Very different from your normal type of covers. And I didn't get the one with San Andreas, unfortunately. A few years later, San Andreas, there's the HD version of it. Very bad port. I would not advise it. And then you get the typical stuff on PS3, you know? PS4 version of GTA 5 is somewhere, but yeah. Liberty Cities, I eventually got it and I played it. GTA 5, yeah, that came out in what? That's like 13 years ago? Damn. 2013, I think it was. I can't even remember exactly. I was like 22 at the time. So it was nice seeing physical games that you could buy. And I remember the queues for everything being like wild when people were buying it. Now, with GTA 6, it brings us to today's actual video. We have two editions. We have the standard edition and the ultimate edition, and you'll notice something very interesting. On the standard edition, it says digital or code in box, meaning there's no physical disc. Now, for a long time, people have been saying physical media is dying, and they are to some extent right. I mean, I am a physical game collector, and I have to admit, there isn't much as there used to be back in the day. However, this means that given what's happening here, there is no way for you to own GTA 6. You can only buy a license for it, and that's it. Now, with the physical game code in box, realistically speaking, if you buy the digital version of the game, you can preload it. So you don't have to wait for, I don't know, launch day and to go in and get the thing and then download and install it. You get to preload it before launch, and then when it does launch, you just do as probably a small little update, and it unlocks and you carry on and you're good to go. With the physical edition, one of the reasons why I still advocate for physical editions of games is because not everybody's internet is the greatest and the grandest. And as much as internet, yes, is all over the world, there are some areas where you go to where, for example, there is no physical internet service connection. You have to do everything via LTE. And even then, the signal is just poor and the internet speeds are like from 2015. So if you live in those areas, your chances of downloading GTA 6 are insane. You could be spending maybe days, if not weeks, trying to get the thing onto your console. With physical media, it alleviates that because generally, hopefully, with all or most physical media, the idea was that you would have the disk, which would then have the data on the disk. It would install it onto your storage or your internal storage, and you'd get to play the game at launch or with minimal updates and patches. That way you can save on some internet data, or if you've got a poor internet connection, you can get going with the game. Now with it being fully digital, you don't have that. If these servers crash, realistically speaking, are you going to tell me that within the first month of GTA 6 launching, that those servers are going to be able to handle the load of people logging in at the same time and downloading this thing? It's going to be absolutely insane. Will the speeds be able to handle it? Would people even get access to the game on time? Kind of situation. You got to look at that kind of thing. It's absolutely insane. On the bright side, though, as far as scalping goes, we don't have to stress about that. If it was a physical disc version, you know you're going to have a problem with scalpers. And now with it being the digital code in the box, you might as well just buy the digital version. Which then, in also looking at that now, it's pretty clear what Rockstar is doing. They are obviously gearing and forcing you to buy digital only from them. That way they have full and complete control over it. My other fear about this is, given that there's, and they say it's a single player experience, I hope that there's not features in the game which are linked to online, whereby you have to have an internet connection to do certain things. I hope that doesn't become the case. As much as there's sometimes people say they're not going to do this, or they say they're going to have it minimal or whatever it is, I hope it doesn't get to that stage. It is a single player experience. There is no multiplayer available in GTA 6 at launch. So that's okay, fine. Be that as it may. Now let's look at the two different editions which you get. The thing is, one is $80 and the other is $100. The $80 version is regarded as the standard edition, which is basically you buying the digital version without the extras, and or the physical edition with a code in the box. So over here, if you pre-order it, basically you'll get the Vice City pack, which has got some clothing and vehicles from Vice City in there. So it's not like it's too bad looking. I think it looks pretty cool as well. I like the design on the weapon over there. It's pretty sweet. But you also get a free month of GTA Plus. Now, I don't know how GTA Plus would work with GTA 6. We'll see how that goes. Maybe it'll benefit you in the other way or other avenue, or with the other facilities that it does work on at that time, in point in time, or whatever it is. And then you get the Ultimate Edition, in other words, as people are calling it, the actual game. Now, developers have been doing this for a long time. Ubisoft has been quite notable for doing it, where basically on day one, they give you access to the full game, or they give you access to the portion of the game, depending on how much you want to pay. And if you want to pay extra, you can play the game on the actual day that it launches versus the launch day, which is a few days later. So for early access, being the actual launch day, that's you get to play it. So you pay extra for that. Well, fortunately, they're not doing that with GTA 6. Okay, so with the Ultimate Edition, you get the previously mentioned Vice City pack. All right, you get the previously mentioned GTA Plus, and these are pre-order bonuses. But as extras, you get the Cheetah. Now, this game makes everything look insane. Like, look at the headlight details on this. Look at the, like, on the glass or whatever it is of the headlight. Those little finer touches. Those are the things that really blow my mind when I look at these kind of stuff. Like, look at the brake lights and the indicator. It's so crazy to see the detail on it. And you know, the cheetah symbol in the back, and even the interior of the vehicles. Like, you're looking at the carpet and obviously like the speaker coverings. It's so cool to see this, and it's beautiful. I'll admit that. Looking at, obviously, you get some other weapons, his and hers variants of these weapons, which, if you're that type of person, I guess is something for everybody. If you're more of a cosmetic person, so be it. Now, personally, I don't care about these things like clothing and stuff. It generally does not bother me. I do not care. Where I do care, though, is when it comes down to vehicles. Now, apparently with the safe house, Jason safe house, you get access to the 3 vehicles over here, which I'm assuming if you have the standard edition, you can just park any ordinary vehicle as you would in any previous GTA game that you stole. So the other thing as well is the mod shops. In San Andreas, there were mod shops everywhere. Obviously, you weren't barred from using them. It would appear that this time they have paywalled it to some extent. I'm assuming, and I'm hoping, that the mod shop in question, or the mod shops in question, if there is more of them that are locked behind this paywall, offer exclusive modifications to vehicles. So obviously you'd get other mod shops which don't do it, I'm hoping. Alternatively, do not tell us that in order for you to modify all vehicles, irrespective of which car it is, you have to have the extra $20, because then that means this feature is in the game, and when you drive to the mod shop door, are they going to be like, please purchase the Ultimate Edition of the game? Please buy the Ultimate Edition upgrade key in order to enter the mod shop. Like, do you want rooms? Yes, $20, please. I hope that's not the case. Then a salon, which is kind of making things, people are getting get like a bit nervous about this. I'm getting nervous about it because does this mean like that mod shops and salons are exclusive to the Ultimate Edition? So if you have the poor man's edition, you can't get a haircut and you can't modify your vehicle. So that's something that makes it a bit more sketchy for me. This personally, this one rubs me the wrong way, primarily because I actually like the way this looks. So it's the 67 Vapid Dominator Buggy. That thing obviously looks like a Mustang from that time. Got a little punch over there. And realistically speaking, this one upsets me. I'm going to be honest with you because I think it looks pretty cool. And that's probably one of the reasons why I would want to buy the Ultimate Edition. So they've got something in there to hook you, I guess, something for everybody. And then there's the tattoo parlor, which is where it gets interesting for me. Because if you have the standard edition, is it the same as before? Would you be allowed to enter other tattoo parlors, or you just like, this is the only one in the whole city that, I don't think it's going to be that case. I'm assuming that even with the mod shop as well, Rideout Custom Mod Shop and Electric Fan Tattoo Parlor, I'm hoping this is not a situation where it's like a franchise of these things, where there's like 6 or 7 of these Electric Fan Tattoo parlors all over the city. And this is where we get like barred out of it, paywalled effectively out of it. So One-Eyed Willie's Mod Shop. So it looks like I was wrong then. Rideout Customs Mod Shop, One-Eyed Willie's Mod Shop. So it appears that there's multiple mod shops. So that's good. That is good. That means that chances are there's other ones where you can get other upgrades done, just not as nice. So PTT Youngins Illegal Goods Store. What the? Okay. I'm assuming this has got substances in there. Okay, I could be wrong. But I don't know to what extent other features are available in game. And to be realistic with you, GTA 6 does look amazing. From the trailers we've seen, from everything we've seen as far as details are concerned, even looking at the cars as well. I mean, look at this. These older car packs is something that I would like to get. I mean, I'd love the way these things look. And honestly speaking, it's the cars that obviously would push somebody like me to buy the Ultimate Edition, even though these features are probably in the game, which also brings me back to why there's probably no physical edition, because I think it would have been too much of a hassle for them to maybe just have these things printed out, maybe have a actual physical disc printed, because maybe the cost of getting that done would have just driven up the cost of the physical game. Alternatively, Rockstar would have had to have taken a loss, because you got to understand, in order for them to prevent you with a disc, they have to purchase that disc. It has to go to a factory where it gets printed and put into that case and then sent it to you, versus printing a little barcode or key code onto a strip of paper, slapping that into a plastic case. They'll save a hell of a lot of money that way. Also, there's also the whole thing about logistics as well. For them to pay for shipping to go on a global scale with the physical games, they obviously want to cut down on that. But here's the thing. This is also Rockstar Games we're talking about. GTA Online, GTA 5 has made so much of money for them that they can actually afford to do these things. And it wouldn't be them operating at a loss, mostly. I mean, the idea, I would say, would be to get as many people in to play this game as possible, which they know is not going to be a problem for them. This thing is probably within its first week going to make back all of the money that it made to build this game. And then from there onwards, for the next 25 years, it's going to be pure profit. I don't think GTA 7 is going to come out anytime soon. I'll be dead. I'll probably have grandkids or something by the time GTA 7 comes out. And realistically speaking, from a consumer standpoint, this is a dark indication of our future. $80 for a digital game which you can't own, which is incomplete. $100 if you want the full game, which you can't own either. It's just a digital license. So they can, whatever happens, kick you out at any point in time. At least with physical games, if the servers go down, like GTA 5 on the PlayStation 3, you can't play the game online anymore unless you emulate it. But you do have access to the full game on disk. You can still download updates for it. Obviously, when those servers go down, those updates are no longer available, so you lose access to the extra bits. But you still have access to the full game, irrespective of what happens in the future. Now, Rockstar games are not going to go anywhere anytime soon. They're probably going to be around for another century or so. I don't know if gaming is even a thing at that stage. But from a preservation standpoint, I don't know where this ends. And honestly speaking, I guess they'll keep it alive as long as it's beneficial to them. The second it stops being profitable, then that's it. And hopefully it's not a situation where this game gets delisted or whatever it is, because then the only way, unfortunately, is piracy to preserve it. Just that's it. There's no physical way of doing it. It's so crazy to think about this. You know, you paying for these things and you can't transfer ownership. You can't do anything with it. Like even with GTA 5, I knew that people sometimes what they would do is they would buy the game. And when they knew they were done with the single player campaign, they had no interest in it anymore because the hype is over. It's been lying on the shelf for like 2 years or so, and it was still relatively new at that stage. They would just sell it off and get back some of their money. With GTA 6, with all physical games, you can do that. You can finish a game within a week. If you don't like it, you don't want to keep it, whatever the reason is, if you want to sell it and get some of your money back, sometimes you can make up to like 80% of your money back. It's very easy to do that with a new game that's very popular. But like this, once you buy in, Rockstar owns you. So I don't know what to say beyond that. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, because to be quite frank with you, I think it is a bit dark, but at the same time, people have been waiting for so long that nobody even cares at this stage. I mean, I've got my concerns, but realistically speaking, I also want to play GTA 6 like everybody else. And unfortunately, this looks like these are going to be the only way to do it. These two options right now. And let's be realistic. Nobody's going to look at this as some sort of like, oh, it's going to ruin our future. Or, they're going to be like, hey, it's GTA 6. We waited 13 years for this shit. Give it to me. And I guess that's where we end with this. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe, all that other fun stuff. Thank you for stopping by. Until then, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.